I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
This is a paid request from Brandon. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos of pretty much any sort, feel free to request it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'm doing this because, oh my god, I hate this fucking movie. I've seen this film before. This is coming from a guy, one of the only people on planet Earth. One of the only people on planet Earth. I like the Mangler from the 90s. I do. I love Ted Levine. I love Robert Englund. It has some entertaining gore. It had some interesting stuff that Tobe Hooper did directing wise, like the whole character of Picture Man, and when he sits up and spits blood right into the camera. I think some of the way certain shots looked, the way the laundry press looks, how intimidating it is, and the way the camera showcases the entire environment, and how balls out the ending goes, as ridiculous as it is. Let's have a laundry press, grow legs, and chase our heroes, and cut someone in half, and shoot fucking its own fucking flamethrower. I love the Mangler. I really do. I think it's a lot of fun, and has a nice look in its atmosphere of the factory area and laundromat from hell. Like, that's where the devil does his underwear. In this fucking laundry press. I really enjoy it. Really like Ted Levine. It's cool to see him get to play the hero. The Mangler 2 had nothing to do with the first film, and he had Lance Henriksen, and it was like trying to be, I don't know what the fuck it was trying to be. It really had nothing to do with the Mangler. This is loosely connected to the first film, because apparently the factory in the first movie, the laundromat, it got shut down because of deaths. And then this handyman, he bought it, and it looks completely different. Just the one in the first movie took almost the entire fucking building. This one is a lot tinier, and it's like the Mangler Jr. He's obsessed repairing this. He, bitches at his wife. He's working on it one day. His arm gets eaten up by it. You don't see anything except blood spray on his face. And because of that, which this is kind of what happened in the first film, there's a piece of me in that machine, and a piece of it in me. Which Robert Englund said in the first film. I guess they kind of go with that motif because now this handyman, this bald, fat handyman, is fucking possessed. And then the next 70 minutes is he hits people with a mallet and people wander around his fucking small ass house. His fucking room is bigger than his house. And that's what it is. He goes to repair a lady's fucking washing machine, hits her with a mallet, puts her in a body bag as if he's the fucking Undertaker, takes her to his place. Meanwhile, a father and son burglary team, including Reggie Bannister, man, from Phantasm films. Reggie Bannister's in this. Where's your fucking shotgun? Where's your Reggie Bannister wasted in a nothing role. He goes in, he knows the shit, there's another woman in there, tries to get her out, can't, hides, he gets beaten up in 2 seconds, dragged away, he dies off screen. Fed to the Mangler. Then his son goes in, wanders around, gets hit with the mallet, dragged to the Mangler, fed into it. Then the killer's daughter arrives, hits her with the mallet, brings her in. Then the girl he took at the beginning of the film and the daughter, they join together, but then the daughter gets killed like 5 minutes and gets fed into the Mangler. Then our lead, who, her name, I recognize her. What was her name? Amy... Fuck. Not Amy Fuck, but I mean... Amy Brooks. Like, why do I recognize this lady? She was the star of Critters 3. Like, the teenage girl. Granted, I mean, that's not a big... But you know what? I like Critters 3 for what it is, and it's better than this movie. The first 2 Critters films are better, but I like Critters 3 for what it is. It's better than 4. It's better than that new bin shit. And it's better than this movie. I'd rather go watch Critters 3. I'm like, holy shit, that's her. She actually got another job. It was this. I mean, it's a very low-budget affair. The look of the film is cheap. It's mostly shot in this small house. It gets old when they wander around, and this is an endeavor of monotony and repetition. Monotony and repetition. Monotony and repetition. One goes in, hit with mallet, fed. One goes in, hit with mallet, fed. One tries to escape. The killer's daughter, hit, fed. When they get fed to the machine, the camera shakes and you see blood spray. That's it. He hits people with a mallet as if he thinks he's fucking Leatherface, but he's failing on that level. And then, if you're asking for gore, you're not going to get a lot of gore. You get some blood spraying, but not a lot of gore. At least you got that in the first movie. Again, because it's cheaper, there's nothing directorial to run home about. Acting-wise, fairly bad. I like Reggie Bannister, but he doesn't look good in this movie. I think because the directors are these 2 guys that didn't go on after this. The fact it took 2 people to direct this? 2? How? How the fuck did you have 2 directors for this movie? And then I read some reviews that they considered this the best of the 3 Mangler films. I'm like, most people be like, that's not really a big stretch. To me it is, because the first Mangler is actually fun. The first Mangler actually has, as crazy as it is, a bit of scope when it comes to the third act, and the way certain shots are done, the way certain shots are set up. If you watch the unrated version, at least you get some gore. At least you get Ted Levine playing the most hard-boiled cop. At least Robert Englund's having fun chewing the scenery. At least you get moments Reality, bullshit. Bullshit of reality. This is bullshit. I think we may be fucked. I did enjoy The Mangler, the first one, legitimately. It's not scary. Well, none of these films are scary. In fact, most horror films aren't scary to me, so I just hope they're fun or entertaining in some level. This is boring and tedious and fucking dull. The only interest I could get out of this movie, which, by the way, I told the entire film. The only thing I didn't mention is the ending. Spoil. 3, 2, 1. This is the ending. Amy Brooks tried to escape, hits a board on the back of the killer, handyman. They're both in the room with the Mangler. They both go in. They both get, I guess, stabbed. But then it cuts away, and the killer's back, and he's perfectly fine. I guess the Mangler healed him, so he looks perfectly fine. And he goes off and to another victim for the Mangler, and the movie ends. But I was saying the only thing that's interesting is the music. Only because the people who did the music is Climax Golden Twins. If you don't know who that is, they did the score to Session 9. And the score is a bit weird. I don't think it fits in this movie. I do think if you put it in a different, better movie, it could work. Again, it's a fairly unique type of... Again, if you heard... I love Session 9. If you remember, the music is Session 9. It's going for that same vibe in this because it's the same composers. So it was cool to have them do another movie. But that's sad. You went from that to a fucking Mangler 3. And by the way, I didn't really skip anything. I mean, there's what? Maybe 9 people in the movie? There's the killer. There's his wife, who he kills early on. There's the lead girl, Amy Brooks. There's the boyfriend who leaves her at the beginning. Reggie Bannister and his son, who rob places. Oh, there's the girl that's already inside the house, who Reggie Bannister finds. There's the daughter that comes by, gets hit with a mallet. You get these goofy over-the-top sound effects. I didn't know it had the same effect of a fucking watermelon, but whatever. If you don't do that, have them explode like a watermelon and be over the top, but no. Oh, and there's a lawnmower guy, and I mention him because it's played by director Jeff Burr. Don't know who Jeff Burr is? He directed Leatherface Chainsaw Massacre 3. He directed Stepfather 2. He directed quite a few sequels and other movies. Pumpkinhead 2. Jeff Burr makes a cameo as a guy mowing his lawn when the killer kidnaps Amy Brooks' character. And the guy's mowing the lawn so he can't hear anything. So yeah, 8-9 people total. Mostly it's in the same fucking house. I think I read somewhere they shot it in maybe 10 days, maybe $100,000. That's too much fucking money wasted on this shit. That $100,000 could have gone to a lot of other... And, I mean, fuck, The Deadly Spawn. You have these other movies that cost less than that. And The Strangeness. Maybe fairly boring at the beginning, but the ending, the finale, at least has some fun stop motion effects, and like, I like the third act, The Strangeness. So I forgave a lot of the boring first portion of that, because I like the third act. And I knew it was a micro-budget film, and that, but at least the third act had more ambition than this. I don't see any ambition or merit, and I don't even know why they did a sequel. Did the Mangler sequel, did they really make a lot of money? I mean, the first one I guess did. Does that... I don't know. But like Mangler 2, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what to say about this film. These directors, the acting, the story, whatever there is, there ain't nothing worth the piss. Part of me is like, is it even worth being pissed off? I remember this film being fucking bad. And it confirmed to be bad. There's a reason it's just a 3.79 to be. I really don't know what else to say because there's really nothing else to say about this fucking movie. It's just people doing the same stupid shit repeat. They take the robbers take 2 seconds. Well, that's not true. Because the door was open for Reggie Bannister. He goes in, but then it locks. And he does say, well, it'll be fine. I could get that in a few minutes. But yeah, people go in, they get hit with a mallet, fed. Go in, wander around, hit with a mallet. Acting, the boring on a visual level. And the story ain't worth a shit. It wasn't worth telling. And it sets it up for a sequel, because apparently they thought, man, can't wait for the next one. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Fucking Jesus Christ. Mangler Reborn.